Greetings, friends and fellow adventurers. Marconius Drake here once again, Mark Salmon, and it is the Christmas holiday season. Such a wonderful time in our towns. If you notice, I got the Ice Khajiit and the Ice Unicorn, and there's snow everywhere. So this is a double header of playing through the event the Thunder and the Fury. I'm going to do the first one with my main, Marconius Drake, and then the second one with my alt, Wayn. And show, there was some talk in Discord about how difficult this one was, so I was going to show my method. Here's everything I use for the ghosts, which is all health bonus, and then max power armsman, and then adrenaline dodge. That's very helpful, so you don't use 55 potions on each stage. And then for the second loadout, I use lightning resistance. That seems to be what that outcast guy uses. It mainly is lightning attacks. And if you're fortunate enough to have a Warlock's Ring like I do, then go for it. That's about like winning the lottery, though. I played Blades for about a year before I finally found a Warlock's Ring in a stack of like 30 gold chests, I think, that I had. I just kept opening 10 at a time until, boom, Warlock's Ring showed up. And here we go. So the big strategy with Marconius is going to be, since he's a versatile person, and I know a lot of you guys are, Thunderstorm is going to help majorly. So if you don't have Thunderstorm, then you're going to want to hit as fast as you can, as much as you can, and block the best you can. As you notice, I did a block right here, hit Thunderstorm. Also use my healing and ward spells, as well as the adrenaline dodge, and then find every piece of food you can, so you don't have to keep using those potions. I used all my potions a few events ago with Marconius, so I don't even have any. So I heavily relied on adrenaline dodge, health spells, and Thunderstorm. And these guys, they will take your health really fast on the hardest level of this event. But without Thunderstorm, this is going to be a very difficult event. I've noticed it's kind of my saving grace, because it seems to take about half of their health with the versatile character I have here. With Manny, it's what is that called? A heavy weapon user, so the damage is done a lot harsher, and he doesn't have spells at all except for healing ward and resist elements. It's kind of funny how these guys fell. I think that last guy fell like upside down. And yeah, you notice that Thunderstorm really helped. Like, sometimes the Thunderstorm spell is what kills them. And then switch over to the other loadout. And then, yeah, he uses Lightning Bolt against me. So, I think he cast Thunderstorm too, unless that was just me casting it. And there's also no secret areas in this event, and they set it up to where it looks like there's a secret area just to screw with you, I think. 2 different doors, and so yeah, no secret areas, just that one silver chest. And in some stages it seemed like it was randomly, it would be in the the room back just before this room we're in now, and then it would be other times in the last room with the final outcast you fight. So that's it. There's not a whole lot of treasure reward on this event, but there's a lot of gems to be had, so that's a big bonus. Always helpful to get those gems. You want to speed things up. Or maybe save up to do a skill reset, which I've done about 15 times. It's starting to become a precise science at this point as to exactly what skills and abilities and spells I want to have unlocked and not unlocked. I used to have all the spells unlocked, but then I've noticed that I really don't use poison spells and fire spells as much, so I've heavily focused on the lightning and ice spells. Though I have a lot of rings for bonuses on the fire and poison, so it's like that's kind of a waste, but oh well. And on this last guy, I'll usually try to come over here and find this. There's always some mushrooms right there. You're gonna need those, and I run around him, and then if there's, this time there wasn't any chests in here to break open, or any, whatever those are, urns to break open. And he's pretty tame for a final boss. He's like usually pretty easy to beat on every level difficulty with both Marconius and with Manny, so it's pretty simple. Those ghosts are the big challenge on this event, and so there's that one. Nice 15 gems in the coffers. And next up is going to be Manny. And with that one, he is a two-hander, a breacher type, and it seems to work well against damage-wise against these guys, the ghosts and the outcasts. That hammer I have is like pretty much a two-handed version of what is the name of that versatile weapon that's a legendary? I'm blanking on it right now, but it's like a two-handed version of that. It has reduced damage, reduced stamina damage on it, plus shock. And it's Thunderfell. It's like a two-handed version of Thunderfell. I just don't have it at mythical level. And everything health on the first, and on the second, I only have one piece of shock resist, but it works against the outcast. Like, he's not gonna shock damage you to death if you have at least one piece, and try to make it the armor. But if you can only manage a helmet or boots that are shock resist, that works too. And I think I have the same abilities on both of the loadouts for him. But this would be a good contrast of if you're a versatile versus a two-hander weapon user. As far as the light weapons, I've never really gone into that realm. I dabbled in it for a little while, but it seemed like I guess to me the trade-off in combo damage and hitting rapidly wasn't as helpful as it was for versatile, or for just the sheer attack numbers of a two-hander. Like right here, you'll notice how fast well, maybe not this guy, but like how quickly he gets killed by weapon strikes versus with a versatile. It's just like bam, 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 like 5 or 6 times with no spell damage at all. And my two characters are only about 14 levels apart, so the difference isn't too much as far as the difficulty. I mean, I guess it's a little bit. Like, they're probably going to be more difficult because Marconius is 15 levels higher than Manny is, or maybe he's 14 at this point. But I'm catching up, so it kind of shows me the contrast that the two-handed weapons almost are more useful than versatile, but then you do lose the shield perk and all the things that come along with shield damage from blocking. But with which one is it? Recovery strikes is another one that I heavily lean on with both my characters. And it's very, especially with the two-hander, it's very helpful with popping off those quick 2 hits, especially if they both land. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes one will miss, or sometimes both hits will miss. And I guess that happens to everybody on Blades. It's kind of annoying how you throw a blow at a character and it doesn't hit them at all. It just seems like it magically goes through them like they're invisible. Such as Elder Scrolls, I suppose. I remember that being the case on Morrowind years ago when I last played it, like that you would strike at something you were attacking like 5 times, not hit it 3 times. So this playthrough shows you that you can get through this relatively easy without any lightning spells. As I don't have any, but I did have to use a few potions with Manny, like I think like 4 or 5. Though luckily I had them in reserve. But if you do have lightning spells, then you'll be able to deal enough damage fast enough to not have to use potions or revive yourself and be killed. And yeah, I had to pop another potion there. I don't like using up every single potion. Some of these events will give you, like they will pay you in potions for each level, which I noticed many have noticed that get you up to having like 100 extreme health potions, which is really helpful when you go into some of these PvE things or in quests or even in the arena. If you use, I don't really use health potions in the arena. It seems kind of pointless almost, like it's a waste. But I guess unless you have a bunch of ultimate healing potions, maybe that would be helpful. Maybe I'm not looking at that in the right view, and it's something I need to check out in the future as far as being more successful in the arena. And so you notice he was taken out pretty fast by the heavy weapon. So I almost lean towards favoring the heavy weapon more. And that's the events with versatile and heavy, and didn't die either time. So if you could use those strategies and it helps, then please do. And thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, that always helps out. And happy hunting out there for any Thalmor baddies or dragons. Thanks for watching. Bye.